Welcome to Capital Trends. It's your host, King Wanyama. So today we are diving right into this police brutality issue. And guys, let me prepare you. It is bad. Honestly, in this video, it is bad. Right? So right just before we dive into, if you haven't subscribed to Capital Trends, please hit the subscribe button and remember to hit the notification bell so that every time we post our videos, you're the first to hear them or to get to them. Otherwise, let's dive into this. Right, so we have been going through the kind of issues that have been happening with the police brutality. And guys, let's just look at it with evidence so that no one says that we are saying things that are not happening, right? I mean, let's dive into this.
So now, as you can see, I'm currently, I'm on the Azimio TV channel on their Twitter, and I just want us to be candid enough. Before we say there are rumors, I would like us to see exactly what the police are doing. Now, just to begin with, look at this kind of disturbing news. And this has been posted by this one guy, Nelson Osiem, and he says, when will we hear Professor Ojienda Tom condemning the senseless killing of his constituents in Kisumu? Are you also gagged on these? Now, what was happening is there's this guy, and even there's a newspaper on Taifa Leo saying alipigwa risasi tisa. Yeah, and if you want to get the details of what happened here is this. Look at this. On this Nation Africa website, there is this news saying Kisumu brutality. A student, ladies and gentlemen, this is a student, 19-year-old, lives to tell the story after police pumped 9 bullets in his chest. Now, when you just scroll down, look at, these guys are saying what you need to know is the Form 4 student was shot during the ongoing anti-government protests in Kisumu. And before we argue further, allow me to just drop this ad right here. When Fidel Castro Ochieng, 19, was sent home from school earlier this week, he was looking forward to resume class on Friday as his parents had promised. However, the Form 4 student at Olembo Boys Secondary School will have to stay home for a little longer after he fell victim to police brutality during the ongoing anti-government protests in Kisumu. Ochieng, who is currently being treated for gunshot wounds at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University, Odinga Hospital, has 9 bullets lodged in his body. Ladies and gentlemen, what kind of brutality? How far have we gone lodging bullets into a high school student? Now, before you just start saying this might be a lie, or rather, if he was on his own, how then did the police lodge the bullets in his body? I want you to watch or look at this video. And by the way, this is saddening. Yeah. Look at this clip here. Yeah. Where the police are beating people in a home. Yeah. Let me just maximize this a little bit. And let me just pull it to start from the beginning. Look at this. Okay, I mean, look at that. Yeah, the police is in someone's home. These guys, how brutal can these guys be? Yeah, as a matter of fact, these guys are beating someone from a home. And just before you start defending the police, honestly speaking, were these guys protesting? Yeah, right in someone's home. I mean, you are beating someone right from their doorstep where they are not even protesting. Now, before you start judging and say, oh, maybe this guy was maybe this guy had wronged the police or something like that. Let me tell you, and the next clip is going to perturb you because the police have become ruthless, so to speak. They are ruthless. And let me show you. Look at this guy. These are police officer hunting people with a gun, shooting live bullets or live rounds at them. Just take a look at these guys. Yeah. I mean, this is a police officer. Let me just put this full screen a little bit. And I hope there's some sound. Yeah, let me make it to start from the beginning. All right, look at that. These are police in civilian clothes. Because I mean, if they're in uniform, I can't even tell from this. From the way I have to look at it keenly to tell they are in uniform. But look at that. They are using live rounds. Yeah, they are hunting down people like as though they are hunting down animals. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what goes through your mind when you see such animosity going on. Now, on that effect, yeah, the judiciary has issued a strong statement telling Ruto to stop sending the police to desecrate, to desecrate the halls of justice. Yeah. So this was right after Akila police, yeah, stormed the Milimani law courts to beat journalists who were covering Babu Owino's case. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, and this, by the way, was posted by this one guy, Gabriel Oguda, who is doing a really good job exposing the police brutality. If you visit his handle, you can see what is going on. And this is what the judiciary press have said. And they're saying, this is a press statement, and the title is Harassment of Journalists at Milimani Law Courts. And this was, this is dated 21st of July 2023. And this is how it goes. The attention of the judiciary has been drawn to a video clip circulating in sections of media showing uniformed police officers harassing journalists who are covering a story at Milimani Law Courts. The judiciary espouses the principles of transparency, civic participation, and accountability. Unless otherwise directed, the judiciary does not bar the media from covering cases within its precincts. The judiciary believes that media presence in court denotes permanent civic vigilance over the exercise of judiciary authority, which is delegated to the judiciary by the Kenyan people. Freedom of media is assured under Article 34 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. We condemn in the strongest terms, I beg your pardon. We condemn in the strongest terms any harassment of the media in their line of duty, anywhere and particularly within the court precincts. We expect all persons, especially our justice sector partners, to exhibit the highest standards of conduct in our courtrooms and within court precincts. Yeah, the conduct of all justice actors must at all times promote and uphold the rule of law and build public confidence in the justice system. The judiciary reaffirms its commitment to upholding media freedom, the rights of journalists, and the rule of law. Yeah, and this is the Directorate of Public Affairs and Communication, Judiciary. Ladies and gentlemen, if the judiciary is saying there is outright brutality, then this has gone beyond politics. This has gone beyond people saying, oh, why then were they on the streets demonstrating? That's why they were. If you are amongst those people who are saying these people are justified being brutalized, then please stop and rethink yourself out, because You cannot say this entire country is wrong, saying the police are brutal. Yeah. And whatever the police is doing, it is an exact definition of a poor uniformed guy beating a poor hungry Kenyan in the interest of of a rich and ununiformed Kenyan citizen. I mean, I don't know when the police will start thinking for themselves. Anyway, let's look at these next group of people that are also going for them. They are pushing and they're telling the president the same thing. Yeah. As a matter of fact, this is the senior counsel, have raided the Oxford Dictionary for all the strongest terms they could get to say that Ruto is a dictator. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, honestly speaking, si kwa ubaya, but the president has become a dictator. And if you think this is a good thing, you have to rethink. Yeah. Now look at this. This is the senior counsel bar, and the title is, and by the way, this is also dated 21st July 2023. And this is what the title is: the apparent rearrest of person admitted to bail by the courts. I mean, someone has been arrested, given bail, and immediately after they've been issued bail, or after some time, you rearrest the same person. I mean, where is this injustice coming from? Or what is the end goal? Anyway, let's look at these guys. The senior counsel bar ought to be and is concerned and dismayed by the recent reports to the effect that accused persons who are admitted to bail by courts were disabled from accessing the facilities within the court precincts to post bail. Instead, they were abducted by persons said to be law enforcement agents and removed from court to an unknown place. How dangerous. The senior counsel bar cannot intermeddle in the details of the actual proceedings, since the persons in question are indeed represented by counsel. If, however, the true circumstances are as have been reported and appeared in the media, there is cause for all people of goodwill, those who are concerned about the rule of law and justice, to be disturbed and be activated by Russia's charging, and to deprecate and condemn such conduct by law enforcement agencies. The right to bail is constitutional. Where persons are duly admitted to bail by a court of competent jurisdiction, any person who frustrates the court order commits justiciable contempt of court. Worse still, such action is egregious violation of the sanctity of the edifice upon which democratic society is founded. And lastly, such behavior is a sure way of sliding into autocracy. The Constitution and the legitimate laws made pursuant to it are not mere pieces of paper. They are hallowed values meant to provide limitations to the manner in which coercive power may be employed in order to ensure a tranquil society in which all persons may achieve their highest potential without let or hindrance. The Constitution and legitimate laws also provide for the right of the right environment. Sorry, I beg your pardon. The Constitution and legitimate laws also provide for the right environment for growth and development of all persons. We ignore or trash the Constitution and just government of all at the risk of ushering in chaos. I mean, this means if we ignore or trust the Constitution, we are at risk of ushering in chaos. And such turmoil would not only hurt those who, for the time being, appear to have no power, it would eventually affect those who wield and appear to have a monopoly of firepower. For power without restraint is the monster which will certainly eventually consume he or she who perceives to have copious reserves of it. History is too replete with examples of the effects of such excesses to require any elaborations in this short piece. This bar does not necessarily consist of prophets or clairvoyants, but it is not the sole preserve of psychics to see that where there is lack of fidelity to the dictates of justice, the current utter disregard of law and scanty regard to justice by those whose duty and responsibility is to uphold the highest standards will surely lead to beloved republic into the abyss. Terrorizing the people into silence may offer a short-lived illusion of peace, but it may well be the lull before the storm. Let those who have ears hear. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have keenly looked at this piece with me, it means everyone is against this police brutality. I mean, if the president wants to be a dictator, for once, can he listen to what? Because can he listen to what the people are saying? Because this time around, it is not about Raila. It is about the people. It is about the cost of living. And does the role of Kenyans end at a ballot? Yeah? Don't Kenyans have to be listened to even after the ballot? Ladies and gentlemen, these are the hard questions that this government needs to deal with and deal with them urgently. Now, look at what Gabriel Oguda again says, and this is exactly perhaps what is happening. And it is on a newspaper, by the way, where he says, he has posted cops ordered to conceal deaths as demos record more casualties. When the cops are killing, they have been ordered to conceal these deaths. Yeah? Look at this. And in fact, let's just read what he says. When asked about police failure to report deaths and injuries, spokesman Francis Gashiori said those were police operations which the Interior Ministry does not get involved in. Ladies and gentlemen, are the police being ordered to kill? Yeah, are the police being ordered to kill? Are the police being ordered to kill and hide these things behind? Are being ordered to kill and hide these things behind the normal Kenyans? Ladies and gentlemen, and look at this. This was also a post by Azim, and it was actually a retweet saying, is this, return of impunity? And this was posted by NTV Kenya, by the way. Just like it was during Uhuru years, so is it under William Ruto. Amnesty International says it has documented 30 police killings. Lone protesters without any signs of violence have recently been arrested by police. How bad this is. And finally, look at what the Insecurity Kenya says. Return of a dictator. And by this is Ruto with some kind of Moise Rungu. And if you scroll down, there's even worse. Look at this. Urgent Azimio update. Mathare MP Honorable Antonio Luoch has been whisked away in a vehicle with TZ number plates. What are these guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? And even down here, it is with great sadness that we inform you of the distressing incident that occurred this afternoon in Kawangware. 56 armed men in plain clothes shot two young individuals. Tragically, Mr. Douglas Kalasinga lost his life, and we can't even view this for now because I'm also afraid of blood, just in case there is any. Ladies and gentlemen, how bad is this? This is extremely bad.
Okay, you can see that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this government needs to be talked to. I don't know in whichever manner. Otherwise, it is, if you think you're safe, you're not, because it is going to come right to you as well. It is gonna come to your doorstep. If you know what police brutality is, you wouldn't be arguing for by now. And as it is, as we speak, it is bad. And ladies and gentlemen, keep praying for your country, Kenya. Christians, Muslims, in whichever way you pray, please pray that our country Kenya comes back to peace. Otherwise, from Capital Trends, we ask and we pray that the two guys, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, will sit down and agree so that we can have our country Kenya going forward. Otherwise, bye-bye for now and see you in our next videos.